8:11. Welcome back, everybody. Now on Good Day Orlando, the American Heart Association's annual Orlando Heart Walk. It is back in person this year, and this year's ambassador is an 8-year-old heart warrior. Joining us now to talk more about this year's walk are 8-year-old Bella and her mom, Jeanette Brock Brown. Good morning to the both of you. How are you guys this morning?
Good morning.
Good.
We're doing well.
I'm so glad both of you are here, Jeanette and Bella. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Sure. So Bella is actually 11 years old, and she is a congenital heart disease survivor. She has hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So essentially, she was born with not a big enough left ventricle to be able to survive on her own, and had to go through a 3-phase open heart surgeries in order for her to be able to survive and be here today with us. And she's doing really well, but she is our little heart survivor here.
Well, Bella, as I'm looking at these pictures of you, you're doing your little modeling, and I see you out there playing golf. You're just so beautiful. How does it feel to be the ambassador?
It feels good.
What's the best part about it for you, would you say?
I think it's gonna be fun, and I think it's probably fun.
It's probably fun. How are you feeling, Bella? How are you doing these days?
Good.
You're doing good. Listen, I have a 14-year-old, so I know one-word answers are the norm when you're at that age. Mom, let's circle back to you, because I do think this is such an important thing. Why do you think this Heart Walk is so important, and the fact that now little Bella is going to be an ambassador?
Well, first of all, I just think that with the American Heart Association is just outstanding, and all of the money that is raised goes to heart research and to have a better education and better care for our children. So definitely being a representative of that this year, just as, you know, it's like a big circle back. We've always wanted to be able to give back somehow after we went through everything we went through with her, and just being out there providing information about her condition along with so many others, and how that we all really truly can make a difference by donating. It does go directly to research so that these children can have long, healthy lives.
Yeah, I think that's so important what you said. You know, you talked about everything you went through with her. Can you talk a little bit about that? You know, what you went through when she was born, because we all wish and hope for a healthy baby, right? And so when you found out that this was a situation with Bella, what did that feel like? What was that journey like?
You know, it almost seems surreal, like another lifetime ago now, because I did have 2 children before Bella that I was able to go through a normal, healthy pregnancy and delivery. And then when we did get the shock of her when I was 5 months pregnant, we did find out that she was going to have a heart defect, and not knowing exactly what we were going to go through definitely was a challenge and a difficulty I would wish on no one, although it has affected our lives in such a positive way that it just really has shown us how to bond as a family and how to just be strong in times that you don't think that you can. You know, she did have surgery at 3 months old, 3 days old first. First she was 3 days old, and then 3 months, and then 3 years old. So they were pretty back to back when she was a baby. And then since then, thankfully, she has not had any more surgeries, although, you know, many interventions here or there. But it definitely is a little bit different than, you know, those normal deliveries that you get to go home with your baby and proceed with life. We stayed in the hospital. That was our new normal, is living in the hospital for a long periods of time.
You know, one of the things that you said during this conversation is you said, you know, you used the word positive. And I think a lot of people would look at that and not really be able to see a lot of positive, especially in the beginning, right? What do you want people to know?
You know, it's very scary when you get that diagnosis at first, and, you know, you want to always go to that place of, you know, I think we all go to that dark place and always think of the negative and what can possibly happen. And my biggest piece of advice is just to really remain faithful, and just take one day at a time. Everybody's journey is different, and you can't read all those stories and think of all those, you know, negative things that do happen, although, you know, it's a possibility. But the main thing is just, for us, was our faith, and just really just one day at a time, and keeping our eye on what was currently happening that day, not worry about tomorrow till we get there.
Oh, I think that is such great advice. Bella, I do want to end with you, because I started with you. Talk to me a little bit about what you're doing. What's your favorite activity to do? What do you love to do now that you're feeling better?
Now now that I'm feeling better, I think my favorite activity is science.
Is science? I think that is amazing. Well, that is wonderful. Bella, Mom, thank you so much, Jeanette, both of you, for joining us this morning. And Bella, we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you. All right.